Welcome back, friends, realtors. I am Dawn Loding, and I'm here for another video where I want to share with you guys what I'm doing in my business and what's working, what's not, and how I found the freedom to flourish through real estate. So today I have an agent who is in my organization. Her name is Christina, and she is amazing with blogging. She has an amazing blog for the Austin, Texas area. And when I saw it, when I first met her, I was just like, I have to do that. I knew it was a lot of work though, and I've been a little bit busy over the past year, but I now recently have found some time to put back into my business and I want to really do this blog. So I've asked her to be a guest here today. So Christina, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing what you do. Like, this is so valuable to agents because in the world that we're in, like, there's just so much, right?
Right.
And yeah, so thank you so much. So,
Yeah.
and tell us a little bit about yourself, like a couple of things. Just
Thank
how
you,
long have
Don.
you been an agent? And
So I started back in 2004. I'm an old timer. Um,
me too. I started
started,
in 2002. I'm an old timer too.
oh, wow.
We've been around.
I started in California actually, and then in 2009 we moved to Texas and I got my license there. And I just had two little ones, so I was thinking, I don't know if I want to go back into production. So
Yeah.
I just worked as an office manager at a team and helped them build their website and all their systems and their CRM and all of that. And then eventually a couple other agents were like, ooh, can you do that for me? And so I started doing that for agents all over the country. Actually, it turned into a little side business, building websites and blogging and doing all that.
Yeah.
And we moved to Texas in 2016, did not know one single person in the whole Austin area, and got my license and figured I better get back out there and get out of my pajamas and start seeing people again.
I don't know
So
if you remember this or not, but really quick, I'm from California too. Like, I did the same thing. We talked about this over a year ago, so I don't know if
yeah.
you remember, but I we moved here in '06 from California also. What part
Hmm.
of California were you from?
Thousand Oaks, Ventura
Thousand Oaks.
County.
I'm from Bakersfield, so
Okay.
big difference there. But yeah, so I know what you mean when you like start all over, but you know what? That's what life is all about. It's about
Hmm.
like we're all just writing our own book, right? And
Right.
every
Yeah.
chapter you decide to either close it and move on
Mm.
or stay in it. And if you're happy, great. If you're stuck,
Right.
shame on you. Figure out what you need to do to get that next chapter to make it
Exactly.
a better chapter. So good for you. Love it.
So
Keep
when we moved here and didn't know anybody, I thought, okay, I'm starting all over again, third license. How do I
going.
get out there and meet people? And while also, had two little kids, wanted to explore the area. So I thought, well, blogging is fun. I'm out seeing these things, doing these things, taking pictures, interested in, living here. So
Love
why
it.
not document it? And so I just kind of documented our exploration of Austin, you could say. And we bought a house in Cedar Park. And so I really focused on Cedar Park. So I created my Cedar Park Living blog. Just started getting out in the community, meeting business owners, volunteering for things, getting on the PTA, getting on some city boards eventually. So, I mean, this has been since 2016, so it's a work in progress. It doesn't happen overnight. It's kind of the long
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So, anybody who wants to take on blogging or take this avenue of in-depth community involvement and getting out there and exploring and putting your stamp in the community, it's not something that happens overnight. You have to really be invested in it and be committed to it and be consistent and just keep
But how
plugging away
long,
at it.
if someone did want to do that, like how long do you think that it would take to really build a decent blog with the SEO, with everything that you're doing, like to actually start to see some results from it?
So it's building something is one thing, but getting it out in front of people is the other thing. So you can build all day long and trying to get noticed on Google is a challenge. That takes time. But what I did is focusing on getting the URL out there. I heard this term, hurl your URL. I thought it was funny. So you
That
got
is
to
funny.
hurl it out there. You got to,
Love it.
find ways to get in front of people. So I did postcard marketing. I did, just sharing my website in a lot of places, tagging other businesses. Now with social media, It's way easier than it used to be back in the days. So now you can
You
really,
you've done something right, because I know you get like all of your business from what you've done and all the work you've put in. But what I like and what I see is, so I have this vision, like I'll tell you about my vision really quick.
Mhm,
So I've been an agent for 22 years. I recruit, train, and retain. Like my mantra is always about, I want to bring people over to work with me and my team at Epique Realty and be on my organization. And I want to help them build an amazing business. And I'm working on building this amazing mastermind of agents where we all help each other. And it's
mhm,
beautiful. I currently have 25 agents just on my level one at Epique, and another 400 plus in
mhm,
there, where I've been able to kind of meet some amazing agents and just kind of pull them in and really be a part of that mastermind. And so
mhm,
next year, I plan on launching a mastermind for any of those agents called She's the CEO. And what I envision is that some agents like you who have a gift, a talent, who have really created an amazing lead generation system, to be part of that and help put something together so that you can help other agents, but also just to be able to build something more, because we
mhm.
don't just want to do lead generation and work on our businesses for, or
Right.
in
Mhm,
our businesses for the rest of our careers. I don't know about
mhm.
you, but I'm old. I'm 55 years old here in a
Same.
week or two. And I feel like I'm still young at heart, so that's what matters. But I want to create this world where we all just kind of come together and really help build more. I want us to
Right.
work on generational wealth. I have a
Mhm.
group that's called Legacy Leaders that I work on. And so, anyway, I'm so happy that you're a part of that, because you are definitely a part of my future, my vision, and all of it. And I think that blogging and then getting yourself out there, you can really structure it and schedule it so that it doesn't take all of your time. I
Right.
plan on doing one blog a week for the Loding group. I plan on having an awesome website with the SEO, and then doing the blog once a week on a local attraction. And, I used to want to do YouTube, and I thought, I'm going to do one YouTube video a week. That is not for me. That takes
Yeah.
way too much time when you can
Mhm,
just do a quick blog and then use that for SEO and really just show your
mhm.
personality too, and really
Right.
get yourself out there, which you've done an amazing job. So
And
let's talk.
eventually, when you're out there meeting people, and especially local
Yeah,
businesses, that's who I like to network. And I've really become like the support local person.
yeah.
When businesses now send me stuff, can you post this on your site? Can you tag me in your? So, you
I
know,
love it.
and
Awesome.
then people think of you for real estate. It's not, you have to kind of look at it as it's not a real estate blog necessarily.
You
It's
called
kind of,
it yesterday a
yeah, it's
life.
lifestyle.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
that's even
more
better.
lifestyle marketing. And then like I was just looking at my stats today on my WordPress site, I get 13,000 page views a month and
Wow.
9,600 users. That's just in 1 month. Mostly organic searches. So I don't pay for any Google ads or Facebook ads or anything like that. People are just
Gosh.
searching for whatever, like it depends. It's all seasonal too, what people are searching for. Right now, the big topic is splash pads and pools. So I have a topic on there, a blog post about all the splash pads and pools. And so people just Google splash pads in Cedar Park, and my page is #1 on Google for that
That's
and for just about
phenomenal.
anything. So you kind of have to think about that, like what are people searching for, not just real estate, but um,
Yeah,
anything.
because
And then
you get
within the post, yeah.
Yeah, because you get them in. I know one of my friends and another agent, our Georgia state broker, Angela Kristen Taylor, she had moved from Florida to Georgia. This is a few years ago, and I didn't know you and I didn't see your blog post, but she and I were talking and we were just complaining about, why do realtors not put something together for people moving to the area
Oh
that
yeah.
would be such a great lead capture,
Yep.
relationship building
Mhm.
tool? So do you
Most all of my leads are relocation. Actually, all my buyer leads are all relocation buyers.
Awesome. Well, I have a
And
few
they,
questions here for
Mhm.
you, and then we'll get back to that. But
Mhm.
one of my and I can't see my own phone. Hold on. Um, so Really, how does one like me? Because well, I do actually have a blog, but I haven't personally went and blogged on it. I connected it to a couple things, but I want to be more intentional, more purposeful, and more about me in the local area. But how does somebody who's never done this before, like, where do they go to get started? Do you and there's two things I want you to answer with this just one question, because at Epic we have Lofty, and at with Epic at Lofty we have the ability to get a custom website and a URL for free included
Mhm.
with our Lofty setup. So
Right.
if you're with Epic and you have that, great. Or do you suggest that you just go and do a brand new WordPress site?
So a brand new WordPress site is, I won't say complicated, but it is more time consuming and it's not as easy to get it noticed. So if you're just starting out, and you're with Epic, using the Lofty platform is super easy. It even has built-in AI tools that you can, if you have writer's block, you can just give it a prompt and it spits out a nice article for you. And then you just go in and jazz it up, edit it, put in some more localized information, change it to your voice, add some pictures, add some links, and you're ready to go.
Voila.
So
That's
it's
what I'm
easy.
gonna do.
Mhm.
That's what I'm doing. So, but
But
now I
building a
have that
WordPress
website and
site
I
from
have,
scratch is a lot more
yeah.
complicated. And there's web developers out there that'll charge you ten to $15,000 to get a WordPress site started. So
That's
I'm cheap
crazy.
and I did it myself.
I have one but for dawnloading.com,
Mhm,
I paid a pretty penny for that website. So
mhm,
I make sure that I keep that thing going.
yeah.
But
But if
that's
you want
more
to do
about,
it, I
yeah,
just went on Theme Forest and I searched for a WordPress template that I thought had the look and feel that I was looking for, and then just got it and then started editing it. It took time to get it all set up and looking the way I wanted to, and making sure all the tags worked and the pages were all set up and the look of it. So that's a lot more complicated if you're out there selling homes. That's, time consuming. I got it all set up when I was a brand new agent here and didn't have anything else to do. So,
that was
but if you're
awesome.
with Epic and you have Lofty, it's all set up for you. You just have to get in there and start doing it.
Love it. Okay, so let's talk about the planning of the site, or like, do you schedule out your posts? Like you talked about that a little bit here earlier.
Mhm,
Why don't you just show us really quick this one, like how would one go? And let's just, for the sake of where we're at and the tools that we already have, let's not reinvent the wheel. I love
mhm,
your site, but you could do a lot with the Lofty free website, blog
mhm.
site. So if you don't mind sharing your screen, do you mind sharing your screen and showing us a little bit about like what your thoughts are on the post that you did?
Yeah, let me figure out how to get there real quick.
Okay.
I have to put my glasses on too because I can't share screen.
Perfect.
Can you
Man,
see my
I do.
Lofty?
Yes, I see it.
So this is the back end of the website in Lofty. This is my custom domain name, northaustinsuburbs.com.
Okay.
So I have my Cedar Park Living, which is my original blog that I
Yeah.
started. But then I figured with Lofty, since we get this tool anyway, just an easy upgrade. I can have another funnel basically to
Yeah.
generate leads. And so I got this domain name, North Austin Suburbs, and this one I focus on all of the suburbs of North Austin, not just Cedar Park. But here's the built-in blog. And these are I've just started this since I just started with Epic not that long ago. So these are all ones that I've written here. Lakes near Austin is one I just tested out with the AI today. So I just gave it a prompt, give me some um, lakes near Austin for recreation and fun. And it gave me this whole blog post here. And then I just went and
Wow.
added a couple lines. I edited it a little bit, added a link to the Oasis, added one of my pictures. Make sure you use your own pictures too, not stuff you've hijacked from other sites. It needs to be original pictures. And I just went and edited it and then published it. And there you go. Now you have a blog post. And
Wow. Take us
so,
to the actual page to look at that.
yeah. So that's the same picture there.
Love that.
And so once you get a custom site, you can edit it um, to make it look however you want. You can put things in different places. So I have a map here, which I like for home searches, but this local info, I need to add the picture on here, but these are the blog posts right on the home page.
Now, on the back end, when you first purchased this, did Lofty give you lots of direction in how to how to customize this blog page? Or
There
is
are a
that
lot of
all done for you?
tutorials in there, but I mean, I personally did not do it because I already know what I'm
You
doing,
knew
but
what
there are tons of tutorials in there, and it's so
so
honestly
anyone can
simple,
do this.
really not that hard. So here, I'll just show you the AI tool. So this AI blog assistant, and so these are
Okay.
the ones published here, but you go to AI blog assistant, you can feature a listing, you can do all kinds of fun things, like say you wanted to do, like there's a new listing and the agent gives you permission to write about it. You can write a whole article about it or your listing or whatever, and then get that post out there in different ways, social media, newsletter, whatever. So here, I'm going to put a title like picking in Austin. And then this is the prompt you give it. Like, yeah,
Wow. I'm so glad. I'm so excited now to go do a blog, do some blogs about
so,
interesting things, not just, I mean, I know we're real estate agents, but you know,
mhm,
everybody buying and selling a house, they have to live in that area and they're
mhm,
more interested about the community. They're going
mhm,
to learn more about you as the agent. You're going to build the relationship
mhm,
and it's going to be more about that. And that's what's going to bring us people that appreciate us
mhm,
and know, love, and trust us. Like, I love this. This just feels so good and so right. And I'm so
mhm.
excited to go do this in my own business.
It's fun too. I mean, you learn things about your community. Then when you're out with buyers, you can give them all kinds of tips and information and whatever, and they think you know everything because you do, because you've been researching it to death forever.
I
So I
love it.
use AI as like a kind
Yeah,
of
I
a
love AI. use
prompt, but
AI.
don't rely on AI because if you just publish what it spits out here, I'll just do generate. Oops, let's see. I just put that in there for now.
Yeah, I did that the other day.
So here's a whole thing.
Wow.
I mean, it'll go on forever. But these are all with the addresses and everything. You know how long this would take you to put together this post if you're trying to Google everything and figure it out? Well, now it's all here to start with.
Wow.
So then I usually edit this from immediately to out a few days just so I can work on it. And so
Okay.
now it's scheduled post, but here's where you go in and edit it. So I take out these little things. I don't know what they are. Then do bold, Amy's ice cream. It's actually ice. I don't know if it is. Anyway, what I would do then is go over here. Oops. I like that. And go find Amy's ice cream and get the URL for it. And then hyperlink it.
Yep. Love
Because
it. Oh my gosh. This
hyperlinking,
is,
I always do new windows so they don't leave your site when they click on it.
yeah.
So there you have that. So I just go through the post, then edit, add some content if you know about it. If you have pictures, even better. So here you can just go in and add a picture, upload, browse for an image. Like that was the one I had there of the Oasis. You should name your pictures what you're doing if possible. So save, so, but I should put an ice cream picture in there, obviously.
I love it. So my goal is to really go get some video too, because I love
Mhm.
shorts. So I
Yeah.
do shorts all the time, little short videos. So I can take my short, which is actually of the location, and use it in here. You can put a video in here, correct?
Mhm. Yeah, you can.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
And you can embed things too. On my WordPress site, I use MailChimp for my newsletter. And within MailChimp, if you pay for an upgraded version of MailChimp, you can make all kinds of embed forms and surveys and all kinds of things. And so on every page of my WordPress site, I have sign up for my newsletter, download a relocation guide, get a seller guide, whatever, all kinds of little booklets and everything I have. So I have all those embedded throughout the website on the bottom of every page. And so they're all like little calls to action. And so I get a lot of people downloading my relocation guide just because they, are Googling something for Cedar Park, they come across the site, they read the blog, and at the bottom it says get a relocation guide. And so they ask for it. And so not everybody's going to be a buyer or seller, but that's not the point of the site. It's just to become a local expert.
Yep.
And then, eventually people do come across it who are in the immediate need for real estate, or if they're not, they know a friend and they send their friend the site. So that's how I get traffic.
I love it. Awesome. All right, show us your, just for anyone who really does love this and really wants to be detailed and go get your own WordPress site. And plus, just because I think it's amazing and I want you to be able to share it, show us your WordPress site real quick.
Okay. Let's see how I can get to it.
I share it all the time with the agents. I'm like, if you're going to blog, you got to blog like this.
I'm trying to get to a new screen here. So this is my blog
Yeah.
site. So I got a template. I can't remember the name of it. It's called magazine style, basically. So it has the articles. So I had to go in and set up the little components of the site, like lifestyle, day trips. So every time I write a post, I categorize it lifestyle and it pops into this box or business spotlight. Like Cedar Park Breweries, just do this one just to show you.
Beautiful.
I just have a list of breweries there. Here, this featured listings on the sidebar of my site. This comes from Lofty. It's just to embed a widget.
Yep.
So if they click on here, it actually takes them to the North Austin suburbs site to search for homes.
I love it.
And then down here at the bottom, this is the subscribe to the newsletter. So then every time I send out a newsletter, maybe twice a month, and all of the new blog posts for that month, I send it out in the newsletter. So people are getting it that way too. And here's the relocation.
I'm just sending, so I've been using MailChimp for the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, and I love it, but I have an assistant who's doing it. So I hired somebody and then they basically do a lot of it, but I feel in my heart like I know I need to go take a MailChimp class and really know how to do it, because I think that it really is going to go with my work, with my website. So
Mhm.
if I'm going to be doing all of this, like I'm the kind of person who I want to know like how to do it. I may be able to hire, because I'm all about systemize, automate, and then delegate. And I tell you guys that all the time. I'm like, you can't do everything. You can
Yeah,
learn how to do it, but once you learn how to do it, you've got to find somebody that you know, that you trust, that you could
right.
delegate, because we can't keep doing everything
Mhm.
and expect to do more. And I feel
Mhm.
like that is like a trap that real estate agents get caught in a lot
Mhm.
of times. We have to release some of that. And it's really, the key is finding the right person. Like that's
Right.
definitely the
Mhm.
key. So, but I love MailChimp, and I'm about to send out my first newsletter, and it's nothing like yours. I know, because I looked at yours and I was like, well, I'll be there someday, but I'm not there yet. But you know what? Implement now, perfect later kind of attitude. I get that going, and then I'm going to get it done. And you know what? And that is what moves the needle. Like, so I love what I just love your entire system. And I feel like it's exactly what I want to do. And it's the way of the future. I feel like, the agents that are going to put the work into it and into really educating buyers and sellers on not just the process of buying and selling, but the communities. And I think that we're the ones that are going to survive through this next era of real estate.
It's true. So yeah, I
So
even
I
have on
love
here the NAR lawsuit. What does it
it.
mean for you? I have here foreclosures, short sales, deed in lieu, forbearance. So I throw in real estate stuff too, obviously. And then I also have featured listings. So this is one of the tools that I use to get seller leads, local seller leads. I tell them that, there's no other agent out there that gets your home in front of, 13,000 page views a month, 9,000 unique visitors, people, relocation buyers coming, looking at the site. Like there's no other agent that does that. You have
Yeah.
Zillow and Realtor.com and whatever, but you're just a bunch of listings and a bunch of listings. But this, somebody is coming
So
here to
you
look for
you
information.
literally pull up your website or your blog when you go on a listing appointment. That
Mhm.
would have me right there. I would be like, "Yep, sign me up, girl."
And I have people call me to list their home because they
Yeah.
want their home to be featured on my website. So,
I love it. I want to be
mhm.
like you. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Christina.
Yeah.
You can stop sharing now and let's just go back to you and I. And so I a question for the future. I know that we've talked about it before, but do you have any plans of maybe teaching other agents how to do this, do you think? Or
Yeah, I am working on a class right now. I'm putting it together. Um,
and I'm going to be your first student, okay? So let's get this going. Let's get this
yeah.
party started.
There's all kinds of tips and tricks that I'm putting together and, how to get involved in the community because it's not just blogging. You have to do a lot of things along
Right.
with it to make it successful. So
Yeah.
talking about all those
Yeah.
and incorporating all the Epic systems that we have because we have so many good tools that you can use just to make your life easier and get the information out there.
I love it. I love it. I had one more question and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, so now that you've showed us both of those, you've showed us your personal WordPress site that you built and have hundreds of hours into, and
Mhm.
now you've showed us the blog with Epic. Can you customize that blog a little bit more, the one with Epic? Or I guess you could just do it more through the website, just get more, have the blog page for the certain blogs, but then just use the custom website to do a lot of what you've done.
Yeah, so it comes standard template looking where everybody's site looks the same, but you can go in there and
Customize.
change around the components of it, or you can put your blog up top. You can show different ways the listings are featured, so it's more customizable when you upgrade.
Awesome. Perfect. Exactly what I was looking for.
Mhm.
All right, lady. Well, thank you so much for doing this for me today. I appreciate you so much. I love that. Hopefully, I've kind of narrowed my schedule down a little bit more. I hope to get to be working with you a little bit more now that this last year has been crazy here at
Yeah.
Epic. We went from in January, we had 500 agents and now we're over 3,000. We've got to be approaching 4,000 soon. I
Oh,
believe,
wow.
but I don't know. It's just crazy year because I'm co-chair for the AAC, which is the Agent Advisory Council. So I get to hear all the stuff that is or may be wrong, which, we're building, we're a startup company and we just had huge
Mhm.
growing pains. What I love about it though is they listen to us. And so I get
Mhm.
to be the one to take the agent's suggestions to the board and really, try to figure out other new systems and new things for us to implement so that we
Mhm.
are the company that agents want to come to. Because
Right.
I mean, if you didn't use half of our benefits, but you use the other half, like there's nothing else like it. So,
Yeah.
but it's been a crazy year. I did that and now I love our area leader role. So I'm doing that and helping to train new area leaders nationwide because I think that that is such an important role for
Mhm.
agents across the country to have that one person to go to. And so lot going on, but I'm freed up because I'm no longer going to be the local area leader in my area, which was very time consuming because those
Mhm.
agents need that guidance. So passing that baton on to a new area leader and freeing up my time for my organization. So
Mhm.
I look forward to working with you. I look forward to taking your class. I'm going to be your number one agent to go through it all because it's exactly what I'm looking for.
Great.
So thank you so much for today and I will see you soon.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.